Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I am just going to do a really beautiful makeup. It's my husband's birthday today and we're going out for brunch and we're going out for dinner later on today, and I just want to look really pretty, but I want to really focus on my makeup today. Sometimes I feel, I don't know if this comes across to you guys, maybe it doesn't, but I can tell. Sometimes I feel like my videos are a little bit like rushed, or yeah, that's it. Like I feel like I don't put enough intention into my makeup because I know I can make it look really pretty really easily. I can kind of cut corners a little bit, but today I want to do like a really extra makeup. So yeah, it's probably going to be very neutral, very bronzy. When I say extra, I mean in terms of lots of products, because there's lots of things out here today, but just like I want it to look really expensive. So that's what we're doing today. First, I'm just going to take some lip balm. Oh yeah, this is Weleda Skin Food. I love the moisturisers, and I just bought this lip balm because I had a run out and I like this too. Is this too far away? Maybe I should zoom in. Hold on. Okay, I think that's a bit better. I have just done my normal skincare routine today, so I use my... I'm back on CeraVe. I used the exuviance for a while, but I'm back on my CeraVe cleanser. And then moisturiser today was the exuviant skin brightening moisturiser with SPF 35 or 25, I think that was. Yeah, 25 in there. And then just my Helio Care sunblock. So now we're going to start the skin. Hopefully there are no more interruptions. So yes, skincare is on. So I'm going to start with my foundation today, and I'm going to use lots of different ones. I'm going to start with my NARS Sheer Glow, and I'm actually going to use a palette today to see if I can control how much I use, because I feel like sometimes I just waste so much foundation. So this is a Cosette S140 brush. I quite like this for foundation, and I'm going to start in my chin area today. I want my skin to look really light, like always. When do I ever want it to look heavy? But I'm going to use quite a lot of different products, and I feel like blending and using a palette is probably going to stop me from being a bit heavy-handed, even though like I'm never over the top. I just want it to look like my skin is perfect naturally and not like I have any makeup on. So I'm using my Sheer Glow around my mouth because this is the one foundation that I can kind of use all over my face that doesn't go grey or weird in my jaw, near my jaw, so I don't have to do any colour correction, which is a bonus. So just like this. And I'm going to work on the centre panel of my face first. So beautiful. And see, I only have this much left on my palette, whereas if I had just put that on the back of my hand, I know I would have used way more than that. And also, you can't see the product. You can see what it's done, but you can't see the product, and that's what I'm aiming for today. So next I'm going into my Cover FX Power Play. I'm just using everything that I love today. It's my husband's birthday. I want to look really nice and wear the things that I love. So this is like, what is with the noise today? This is G100. I love how yellow this is. So for this part of my face, it is perfect. Then I'm going to go back a little bit to my Sheer Glow just here. Yes, this is what I want today, definitely. I'm going to take a tiny bit more Sheer Glow. Look at my skin. Look how, like, seamless that looks. That is perfect. Okay. Just a little bit for my forehead. Even though usually I don't put makeup on my forehead, today I feel like I want to do the whole shebang. So, I'm going to take my Sheer Glow and just concentrate it in the center. I'm gonna have to bronze up, yeah, my forehead, because it's been very hot in London recently, and so I have been taking Amanda to the park like he asks to go every day, and it's meant that I've got a little bit darker. Okay, so now I'm going back to some Cover FX, and I'm going to use my Drunk Elephant Debronzy Anti-Pollution Sunshine Drops. I've used this on my live, I think last week. I really like this product. I want to make my skin look really glowy and beautiful, so I've done a little pump of that. So yes, I have seen some some comments and some other videos of people who live in the UK where they have been complaining about the weather recently. Not complaining, but just like explaining to people how hot it is. And it just makes me laugh when, yeah, it does make me laugh, when people in the States are just like, oh, but it's so much hotter over here, like I don't know why they're complaining. Nobody should complain in my comments, that's the first thing. Secondly, like I watched this little documentary, I think it was, or like, yeah, like a mini documentary on YouTube, I think. I'm gonna see if I can find it so I can link it for you below, but it was explaining why people in the UK or just like colder parts of the world complain when it gets to like 32 degrees or 38 degrees. It has been 39 degrees in the UK this week. And I'm gonna paraphrase it because I may not find it, but she was basically saying that like we don't have AC on our public transport, so it's hotter on the bus than it is outside, hotter on the tube than it is outside. We don't have AC in our homes because it's generally not that warm here, and our homes are built to keep us warm. So nearly every home in the UK has got some sort of loft insulation. The way that architects kind of design the buildings in this part of the world is to keep in heat. So we die. We basically die. It gets so hot, it's so unbearable. And then also, like, I live in London. If you didn't know that already, I'm sure now you know. But I live in London and our buildings are so tightly packed. So it's basically like being in a clay oven with no AC. They're so tightly packed that in the evenings you can walk past buildings and feel the heat radiating out of the building as you walk past with no AC. So what do? We all go to the supermarket. We go to Sainsbury's, we go to Waitrose, and we hide because they have AC in there. We just walk down the fridge aisles. I don't need any chicken, I don't need any cheese, but that's where you'll find me. Just to escape the heat because, it was this week. I felt so bad for pregnant women on Thursday because I remember being pregnant in the summer and you have the extra heat of carrying the child, and I saw so many women that were like, with their bellies low, drop down, as in due to give birth any minute now, in this heat, sweltering. Bless their souls. That was my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I think I'm going to put on a tiny bit more. A little bit more. Is this the right colour? Oh yeah, it is. And then I like to get this little dark bit here and here. And I probably am going to do like a brow contour today, but I'm just going to put down the basics first. Go back to my Real Technique setting brush. I know I didn't say what brush it was because I was so busy ranting about how hot it's been, but trust me, it's no joke. When it's 38 degrees in London, it might as well be 564 because there's no escape. So just buff this in and make it all beautiful. I think I'm going to do all my skin first and then move on to colour, just so there's some kind of consistency to what I am doing. Okay, so now, oh, did I? Yes, I did. I hope this is going to be dark enough. This is my P Deep 5 from Cover FX, the Power Play Concealer. It's a really rich, chocolatey brown, like dark chocolate brown colour. I'll show you on my palette. See? Beautiful. I'm going to use that for the perimeter of my face and then like a little bit of a soft contour using the same brush. Is that even showing up on my forehead? Yeah, a little bit. Lovely. And then I'm going to use the same, like, look at this, look at my skin, it's so reflective. I can see my earring reflecting in my cheek. Goals. That is glass skin. I'm going to use this to contour my face in a really natural way. I don't want it to look like makeup. I just want people to look at me and be like, wow, how is her skin so perfect? We're not going to tell them. You and I know it's all makeup. And I actually really love this brush. I think I used this recently in a video as well. And I actually saw Danessa Myricks using this at her masterclass. Oh, I think it was 2 years ago now, maybe. Or was it last? I think it was 2 years ago. Anyway, a while ago. And she used this brush for skin all over. And I must say, it's a little beaut. It doesn't pick up too much product. It's synthetic, so it blends really nicely. It doesn't leave any like streaks or lines in the skin. It's beautiful, really nice. So let's just put a tiny bit of a contour here. And just carry that into the outer corner of the eye. I think the openness of the brush is what makes it so beautiful, because it doesn't give any like edges. Doesn't give any hardness to the face, so I love that. Yeah, I am really digging this vibe today. Okay, so for blush, I'm taking my Fenty Beauty Uncuffed. I really love this product. So I'm gonna pop this on my cheeks. Maybe using a palette is the way forward in life, I don't know. Probably gonna get to the end of the makeup and be like, really? All of that effort for that look? Sometimes yes. Like, I do struggle. I'm gonna have a little bit, I can feel it, like a bit of a heart to heart coming along. I do struggle sometimes with doing YouTube, I'm not gonna lie. And it's one of the reasons why I feel like I've been a little bit inconsistent on my Instagram recently as well. It's just that sometimes I feel like, is what I'm doing even helping anyone? Like, is it making a difference? Am I doing it right? I don't know why I have this thing about doing things right, but I know it's definitely an area that I'm working on, of just feeling like maybe I'm not good enough and I should quit and it doesn't really matter. I have been feeling like that a lot recently, and I'm trying to fight the feeling, but it's tough, y'all. It's really difficult, and especially because my aesthetic is so like not what is normal or what's popular at the moment. It's just really simple beauty. Like, I could wear nude makeup every day for the rest of my life and I would never be upset. And sometimes I feel like I need to like razzle dazzle people a bit more and be like, oh hey, look at this orange and look at this green and this cut crease, and it's just not me. So sometimes I feel like a little bit disheartened, like maybe no one really wants to, no, maybe this is only my vibe. Maybe, I don't know. Bit of a funny headspace at the moment. But, you know, I stay on my podcast, and Uncle Jim, I call him Uncle Jim. I've been listening to Jim Rohn so much recently. I actually love him. I love him. I think he is a legend. And so I'm trying to kind of focus my attention on all things positive and wonderful, but sometimes I just feel like, what is the point? So that's why today, like, I didn't have a plan. I didn't want to disappoint, but I didn't have a plan for this makeup. And then I just thought, like, all the things I listen to always say or talk about like doing what makes you happy. And I was just like, I'm just going to do a makeup that makes me really happy. And if somebody learns something from it, that is really wonderful. And that's really ultimately what I want. But I have to keep doing what I love doing, even if it is boring to some people, even if it is another like neutral looking makeup. There are differences, they're subtle, but there are differences, but it's what I love. I love this kind of makeup that just makes people feel more beautiful, but doesn't actually transform and completely change them. That is my jam. That's what I love to do. So whilst I'm on YouTube, I'm gonna keep doing that kind of makeup. That was my 24-hour brow setter from Benefit, and this is my brow perfector from NARS in the colour Lava. Let's do a little soft brow. Everything I like is soft. I like soft music. This is so funny. Like, so sometimes when I'm on set, I'll play my music and everyone's just like, oh my goodness, don't you have anything more upbeat? And I'm like, no, I like slow music. That's what I listen to all the time. Anything I can sing to that is slow, that's what I listen to. So it's all like Leanne La Havas, Jill Scott. Who else do I listen to quite a lot? Jessie Ware, Solange. Anything that's just singy. Singy and slow is the kind of music I like. I don't do trap music and all that kind of stuff. And then the same thing with my makeup. Like, it's not overly colourful. I just like really, really soft beauty makeup. It's my favourite. So, Struggolina, pretty much fixed. I think she needs a little bit more help down here. Yep. And then let's do my good eyebrow. They're a bit rough at the moment, but I kind of like it. It's a bit of a feral brow, but I'm kind of digging it. As much as I love wearing makeup, I really love not wearing any. And when I don't wear any, I want to look as close to me unedited as possible. So I used to have like really precise, sharp brows, especially at the end. They were like to a hair. But now I kind of like them softer. I think that's one of the things I love. This is a really chatty video. And I'm talking to an inanimate object. It's just a camera until you guys watch it. But I think that's one of the things I love about makeup the most, is the fact that you can change your mind, right? I used to do my brows in a way that I would never do them now. But I love that it gives you that freedom to just be like, you know what, this is what I'm feeling at the moment and this is what I'm going to go for. So yeah, I guess that's kind of why I ended up doing this video today. I just wanted to do something that was really pretty. Not any particular reason for it. Something that will make me feel good. As we all know that makeup is therapy. And I know that when I put on a proper face, it makes me feel like I can handle life a bit easier. So I'm going to my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Amande again, just to carve out my brows a little bit. I quite like doing this step because I do have discoloration here. And so for me, it just makes my skin look a little bit more uniformed in this area. Go back to my setting brush just because I have a lot of space. If your eyelids are smaller than mine, don't use this brush. It will take off everything you've just done. And just blend out the edge a little bit more. Oh, and this is a Louise Young LY17 brush that I'm using for this little step. Okay, so now let's go on to eyes. I'm kind of happy with skin. Actually, I'm very happy with skin. I'm going to move on to eyes, and I think I'm in a bit of a Fenty on the face kind of mood today. So I'm taking Unveil, which is the brown one, and I'm going to use that on my eyelids today. This is tea colour. I absolutely adore this one. And let's get a little... yeah, let's use this brush. This is a Zoeva 231 Petit Crease. And then I'm going to take this Bobbi Brown eye blender brush and just really sweep the edge. You can see I'm carrying it quite high. I kind of want to blow it all the way out. I think also as well, like, I was looking at my videos or just the way that I've been doing makeup recently, and I was just thinking, like, basically, people that are artistic are really, really critical of themselves. And I was looking at my work like, are you even good? Like, why are you even doing this? Are you even doing it good? Are you even good? These are the real things I say to myself. Are you even any good? Look at your blending here, look at this, look at that. And I'm just looking at all the mistakes, which I know is not the greatest thing to do. And I'm so sorry, because this is like turning into a therapy session, and that's not what I expected to happen today. But sometimes I think it's unrealistic to like always be upbeat, and I want to be like really honest with people. And if I'm feeling a little bit crappy, I want to be able to say without feeling like, no, I can't say that because I have to keep up this persona of always being happy. This is two NARS palettes. Sorry for being extra, but I told you it was going to be a lot. This is Mojave and the Skin Deep palette, and I'm using the browns. So it's this brown here mixed with this one here. Just, oh, and also age. So now I can't see so far away. So let me just get this little mirror and pop my little outer corner in here. Then I'm getting an old 224 from MAC, and I'm literally just blending that a bit more. Yeah, that's pretty. So then I think I'm going to use this, because I bought this, like I do all the time, Magpie for makeup. I bought this pigment from Inglot in the colour 82, and I've never ever used it. So I'm going to break that one out of the box today. And it's like this, I don't know if it's going to show on camera. Let's see. And sorry, my nails look really janky. No, not going to focus? Okay, fine. But it's like, it's the hardest colour to describe because it's kind of coppery and it's got like a slightly green, pink, purple iridescence to it. I have no idea what colour this is going to show up on my eyes today, but I wanted to put this on. So let's see what this is like. So I'm taking it on at Louise Young LY38B, and I'm really working it into the bristles because it's one of those ones that will definitely drop. I'm going to tip my head back so that when it falls, because it will, it only falls onto my eyelid. Now it's come out way glittery than I thought it would. Okay, I'm going to do the same on the other eye. There's a stray hair here. Right. Just tap off as much excess as I can. Yeah, it's pretty. I like it, but it's not exactly what I wanted today, even though I don't really know what I wanted. So I'm going to take a tiny bit of good old Twinks. Actually, let's just tap out all that loose pigment so I don't get that falling on my face. And just going with Twinks. Oh yeah, that's better. Oh. Wow. I really like that. I'm going to come a bit closer to the camera because I don't have a fancy lens to zoom in so I can show you more detail. So I'm going to show you two eyes. I'm going to show you this eye. Are you going to focus, camera? And then this is what it looked like before. Can you see the difference? This one's a bit chunkier and this one is way smoother now. Yeah, I really like that. That was a good move, Twinks over the top. Definitely a good move, yes. Then I'm going to go back to my Skin Deep palette because I am a broken record. I'm going to take this colour here. Oh yeah. And pop that over the top. This is really pretty. And I'm going to take the remnants and just run that in my inner corner. So it's not like a super highlight, but there's a little suggestion of something going on there. Ah, I like this. Okay, cool. So now let's move on to mascara, I think. Yeah. And today I'm just going to use my Climax mascara on its own. Yeah, cool. I think I'm going to come back and put on another layer. I don't really want a liner today. I want to keep it like quite light and fresh, but I love how this is turning. The camera cut because the card was full, but I was just saying I really like how this is turning out so far. So now I'm going to move on to a tiny bit of oh no. I told you it was going to be extra. I'm going to do more blush. So I like to use Unveil as well because even though it's brown, when you blend it out on my skin tone, it goes quite warm. So I'm going to use that as like an under blush, a supporting blush. Like this is Diana Ross and this is the Supremes. And it just makes the blush a little bit more multi-dimensional. Then I'm going to take my Fluid Sheer in number 10 from Armani and just do a tiny little pump of that because I don't think I'm going to need much because my face is really shiny already. But I just want to intensify the glow here. Okay. And then I like to just pat and stipple to blend it out. Gosh, that was a really long pause. Just the leftover on the bridge. I don't really need it anywhere else. Like, my face is really good at catching light in the places that it needs to, and also in the places it doesn't need to. But I like this today. Now we're going to move on and set. I'm also really proud of myself for wearing a white shirt to do this video. That is, you know, quite a risk. I'm going to go to my my mineralized skin finish in dark. And this is just my setting brush again. And just under the eye. I love this powder for under the eye. Then I'm going to take a larger brush. This is a Tina Earnshaw brush. Well, I need to do another story on this, but just explaining how I got into film. But Tina Earnshaw is a film makeup designer, and she has, I don't know if she still has them, because I bought this recently, but I don't know if it's because she's shutting her brand down or she still was just selling them anyway. But I love this brush. I'm talking too much, but it's a really soft, fluffy, kind of good powder brush when you don't want too much powder. So I'm going to go into my Laura Mercier translucent powder in medium deep, and I'm really working the powder into the brush so that when you look at it, there's no like definite clump of powder anywhere. And I'm going to go in here. And I'm going to skim it over my cheeks a little bit. It does molt though a lot. I don't know if I just got a defective brush. But this, can you see that? All these hairs on my face? Yeah, a lot of bristles have been coming out. But maybe it's because it's brand new and I haven't washed it yet. Who knows? Okay. Then for like more blush, because, you know, why would I need any more? I'm going to take Dolce Vita from NARS. And this is an old brush from MAC that they don't make anymore, or if they do, it's synthetic, and this is the natural hair one, but it's a 137, and I love this for like skimming product over the top. It gives a really light dusting. Yeah, that's really beautiful. Lovely. Okay, so we are on the home straight. This is the part that I know is going to give me the most grief, because I'm like, what kind of lip do I do with this look today? Firstly, I'm just going to take off my lip balm. It's done its job. For anyone who's heard this before, I'm sorry, but there's always going to be a new person watching, right? So I use my finger on myself, because then I can really feel how much product is left on my lip. Sometimes, like if I use a tissue, I take too much off, so I like to use my fingers. And what are we doing today, Stace? I think I'm gonna use a lot of different things. I'm gonna use American Woman. I'm gonna put this on my palette so I mix the colors together. American Woman Power Matte Lip Pigment from NARS. I'm gonna use some of this. And then I'm also going to use some of, what's this one called? Slow Ride. Another Power Matte Lip Pigment from NARS. Oh, that looks like it's going to be a pretty colour. I'm taking this brush, which is not a lip brush, but I think it's going to give me the kind of look that I want. It's a LY14 from Louise Young. I'm going to mix those two colours together and create like a toffee pinky nude. You know, your lips but better. Or my lips but better. But, maybe I should feel crappy every day and I might just do like the best makeup ever. I'm going to take a bit more because I've run out a little bit. And it was literally just like half and half of each mixed together. This is my jam. I love this kind of makeup. Ugh. Every time like I feel like quitting, because I do feel like quitting makeup sometimes, I have moments like this and God's like, no, no you're not. You're not going anywhere. Just keep doing what you're doing. So here I am. Now I am going to put a tiny bit of lip liner, not because it needs it, but my natural lip is quite grey, like quite a grey cool brown, and I think that's jarring a little bit with this lip. So I'm going to take some Costa Riche and just sort these edges out. And you see, it's a little bit warmer than my own natural lip. And then to keep it soft, I'm going to go back to that same brush and just really work it in. Yeah. And then just to be sure that there's no edge, I'm going to go back to that little mix that I made. I think that's me. I really like how this turned out. Like, does it need more blush? Maybe a little bit, just a tiny bit. I'm going to use a little bit of, oh, I think this is called Fever. The label's come off from the back. It's a blush from MAC. I hope they still make it because they discontinued everything I like. Yeah. I love it because it's got a really beautiful sheen in it. You don't need a lot, but the more you buff it, like the more the shine comes out. Yeah, look, you can really see it there. Okay, and then the final thing, I said I was finished, but I lied. I'm sorry. I'm just going to use some powder from Danessa Myricks, the Evolution powder, because I love this stuff. This is number 5, but just to kind of bronze up my forehead. Reinforce my shaping. I'm done. That's it. That's the end of the makeup. Gosh, I feel so happy. so cliche, but I do. I really feel like there's now joy in my life. I love how this makeup turned out today. It is so simple, so natural, and I think my own message to myself, because I literally have been talking to myself for this whole video, but I feel like maybe I just need to keep doing this, right? It's what I love. It's what makes me so happy. I just think it always looks beautiful, this kind of makeup. So yeah. Oh, it needs more mascara. I did say I was going to do more. I just looked at my lashes and like, they look a little bit thin on the ground, and it's because I didn't do my second coat. That's better. Now it really is the end. Thank you so much. If you stayed this long and listened to me rambling and talking forever, I really appreciate it. I don't know why this happened today, but I just felt like I need to do this kind of video. Let me know if you have any like really good personal development podcasts, audiobooks, that kind of stuff. Leave it in the comments for me. Let me know what you thought of the makeup. Please don't forget to share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I think that's about it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh no, because this is going to go up after my live, but you know what I mean. I'll see you in the morning and in the evening tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye.